my fellow Americans. If you think you know politics, think again. I'm Michael Cohen, and every week on When You Know, we're pulling back the curtain on power, politics, media, and the people making headlines. On my new WABC radio show, you'll hear conversations from names that you know. People like Jerry Falwell Jr., Anthony Scaramucci, Alan Dershowitz, and many, many more. Maybe, just maybe, we'll even hear from the president. No scripts, no spin, just real conversations with people who were in the room where it happened. And trust me, we've got some very big surprises coming. Look, I've spent years at the center of politics, controversy, and power. I know the players, I know the stories, and now I'm bringing you inside. When You Know, Sundays at 5 p.m. on WABC Radio, and When You Know Unleashed, wherever you get your podcasts. Because with me, you never know who's going to show up.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Excuse me, taxi. Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
Hi, Mr. Mayor. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Fine, thank you. Can you please address the controversy that has developed over the city's immigrant enclaves list? Do you believe that there are neighborhoods that were left off that list? And if the city plans to add more, which other neighborhoods do you think should be added?
Yeah. So this map was initially created by the prior administration in 2023, and when we inherited it, we added a few additional neighborhoods. It's clearly not an exhaustive list of the more than 200 ethnic communities that call our city home, and we're going to be making additional changes in the future to reflect that, and that includes adding Little Italy to the map. Oh, Little Italy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have Little Italy. Welcome, my friends, to the Friday edition. I can't believe it's already Friday edition of Bo Snerdley's Rush Hour. Fastest hour in American media. I guess the blowback hit hard. This city released a list of all the ethnic neighborhoods, little Somalia and so forth, little Haiti, little Nigeria, little Istanbul, little whatever, and they left off Little Italy. And I'm going to tell you something, it made people really, really upset, especially when you consider the Italian-American contributions to New York City in particular. It is interwoven, the history of Italian-Americans with the history of New York City. And for this, and of course, you know what he does, politicians are, well, the previous administration, but he did not say that the previous administration left off Little Italy. I would be surprised if that were the case. He said they put together a list. Deflection. You know, a member of his staff wanted to meet with somebody in Iran and had scheduled a meeting, and the State Department caught wind of it and shut that one down. There's a lot going on with this Mamdani administration in New York, I tell you, besides trying to take the property that doesn't belong to them of landlords and dispense with that. He announced, he had a big presser the other day, he announced that there were going to be speeded up buses, and throughout the whole thing I kept saying, where's the free buses? Where's the free buses? Where are the free buses? He ran on free buses. Nobody's talking about the free buses anymore. Now he's all about, we're going to change all the regs so that the buses run fast. What about the free buses? You promised. Where's all the rest of the free stuff you promised, Mr. Mamdani, by the way? I mean, yeah, they got government workers can get daycare at one of these multi-gazillion dollar daycare things he's hooking up. They're spending on for illegal immigrants under their sanctuary policies. They're screwing the city's landlords, totally screwing them and others. But even Mamdani has an idea that I think is, I have to say, even Mamdani has an idea once in a while that I think may have some merit. And listen, cut 8. Listen to this, ladies and gentlemen, and tell me if you agree with the mayor of New York about this issue.
Today, I'm proud to announce that we are taking this work a step further with 2 new rules that we are enacting under the authority of our Consumer Protection Law. First, we will be launching the nation's first ever click-to-cancel rule. Because if you can sign up with one click, you should be able to cancel with one click. Second, we are enacting a new junk fees rule that will require fully transparent, all-in pricing. That means no additional costs, fees, or charges after you've already made that purchase. Together, these laws are estimated to save New Yorkers more than $162 million per year. And for any who have built a business model on hidden fees and exploitation, consider this to be an official notice. If you violate either of these rules, you will be held accountable to the tune of $525 per violation. And just like those junk fees, I promise it does add up, and it does so quickly. New Yorkers have enough to worry about without these kinds of hidden costs weighing on their minds. No longer will our city be a playground for those who think they can make a quick buck on the backs of hiding this kind of information from New Yorkers. City government will instead be standing alongside New Yorkers who deserve to know what they are paying for, businesses that operate ethically and transparently like so many across our city do, and against those that harm millions of working people. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay. Now, this one click in your subscription deal or in your purchase, I see you approve of this, Carlos. I see you saying you definitely approve of this. Is that, do I have it right?
Sometimes it's really hard to unsubscribe from stuff.
Exactly. You and I think half the world that has bought things online on subscription and then you don't want it and you go to cancel it and they take you through 90 steps and try to tire you out or make it so confusing, and then you have to do this or send this here and wait 5 weeks and send this there and get a signature and promise your second born maybe if you didn't fill out the first. Enough of this crap. As he says, if it takes you one click to say, yeah, I buy it, it should take another one step to say, I unbuy it. Cancel it. Get me out. No, thanks. I'm done. I think that this one is an idea. Now, as for these junk fees, this I don't know. It's what does transparent mean? For instance, if you buy apps, a lot of apps have in-app purchases. They say it when you buy the app. There are in-app purchases. Every time, now if you're like some people I know, as soon as you see that, you don't buy the app because you want everything for free. But if you buy something and it says in-app purchases, your head always goes, I wonder how much they're going to actually charge me for this free thing that says in-app purchases. And so you have to download it. But here's the thing, you don't have to use it. If they charge too much, get rid of it. Or just look for something else. So I don't know. But anyway, I think that he's got a home run with this one click, get out of it deal. I think he screwed up with Little Italy. And he should apologize. He should have apologized to all the Italian Americans that felt slighted when they were left off the list. He just said, hey, I'm sorry. Bad call. Somebody made a bad call. I didn't do it. Should have. Now, we got black stuff today. What do you mean, what? We got black stuff today. We got to do the black stuff today. We got, if I don't do it, who's going to do it? We got black stuff today. So here's what I want to do. I want to do the black stuff because then we got other stuff besides the black stuff. But the black stuff is primarily about Democrats, which is why I want to do the black stuff. So let's do the black stuff today. Now, you know this guy, first of all, Jasmine Crockett. She's still in Congress. January comes, she'll be gone. She did something the other day. Again, talking about how she's not going to go out and campaign for Tallarico and this, that, and the other. She doesn't have to hold his hand and blah, 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 and how much she's done to help down ballot people in Texas and how great she is and how racist the race was. But apparently there's a problem that's happening with this Texas race. Jolanda Jones. Sounds like she could be a movie star. Jolanda Jones. Jolanda Jones is complaining. She was on with my friend, and I haven't talked to him in a long, long time, Roland Martin. He and I are friends. But I haven't talked to him in years, I don't think. But I still consider the guy a friend. Roland's Roland. But Roland had Jolanda Jones on his extremely successful, by the way. He's a very successful podcaster. busting it out. And Jolanda Jones is upset with what's happening down in Tejas. It involves black stuff. So let's listen. Cut 6, Jolanda Jones. And here's Jolanda.
Do I think that Tallarico's refusal thus far to engage black electeds and the black infrastructure has put him at a disadvantage? Absolutely, because there's not a lot of time to try to rally us. But we actually had a meeting today, Roland, early today, where black people, black thought leaders, elected officials from Dallas and Houston met, and we are getting together and we're going to stand together. And hopefully Tallarico and the Texas Democratic Party will see that and they will listen to us, because Tallarico has given out money to white GOTV organizations and white infrastructure, and Hispanic infrastructure, but he's not giving it to black infrastructure. And so either they'll listen or they won't. Again, even though I knew I could lose votes, I did it anyway, because sometimes in life you got to pick a side, and I need to know if the Texas Democratic Party is going to pick our side. I did speak with
Now, let me explain what's happening here, because it bears some explanation. Miss Jolanda Jones complaining that the Democrats, Tallarico, and the Texas Democrat Party is spending money on white GOTV and Hispanic GOTV. You look puzzled, Carlos.
What's
GOTV? Get out the vote operations. That's your walking around money. That's the money that very often nobody can account for, but it goes in people's pockets around election time, and they spend a lot of money. Politicians, especially Democrats, spend a lot of money with GOTV, get out the vote operations. In fact, in Los Angeles, they were getting out the vote operation with homeless people, paying them for their votes. Oh, yes, that's under investigation right now. But down there in Texas, apparently the Democrats are giving money to white GOTV. They're giving money to Hispanic GOTV. And they ain't giving no money to the peeps. And Jolanda Jones mad about it. Jolanda Jones said, y'all are not giving us money. And what is that money? That money, she even mentioned Roland. She said, they ain't spending no money with you. You're an influence. Look, folks, this is actually true. This is legitimate. And this happens every election cycle. And it's not, I hate to be, let me just be totally honest about it. It's not just the Democrats. Republicans have less reason. Because, frankly, a lot of black people don't vote Republican in the numbers that would merit heavy spending. They should do it anyway, as a way of procuring the vote and showing the voting base that they are that they want your vote. But Democrats take the black votes for granted, so they feel like they don't have to spend money on black media, because guess what? Where are they going to go? We don't have to spend no money for them. Where are they going? And Jolanda Jones and others are upset that when it comes to spreading out the walking around money is going to white infrastructure. It's going to Hispanic infrastructure, but it's not going to black infrastructure. And that's just one part of the black stuff story. We'll get to part 2 a little bit later on. Part 2 is this. In Politico, Southern black leaders warn their power is on the line and Democrats are looking elsewhere. But, we may get to that today. We got other stuff to get to. Anyway, let's take a quick break here.